guys, I'm Cecilia Jr. here, aka Mustached. I'm here to review the movie Red Notice. If you end up enjoying this review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out those links in the description. The second one will head you over to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated, and shilling will be reminded at the end of the review. With that out of the way, let's review Red Notice. So, the movie begins with some narration about Cleopatra having these 3 mysterious eggs that are super duper expensive. We then meet our main character, played by The Rock, who plays John. We have Ryan Reynolds playing Booth, and then we have Gadot playing Bishop. Alright, so we start off with John, who notices that one of these eggs that are in this showcase are a fake. He notices that Booth is eyeing them suspiciously, so he gives chase. However, he's not able to completely keep up, as Booth is able to maneuver via using free-running techniques and athleticizing his way through, able to escape. Cut to some time later after he steals the egg and returns back to base. Somehow, The Rock's character knows that he's there, and his squad comes in. And they know that one of the eggs is in the possession of the bishop already. So we cut back to Rome 24 hours later, where The Rock and his character meets up with Das, his partner, and Das shows that the egg replacement was also another fake out, so he gets arrested because she believes that he's in cahoots with the main bad guy, and he even says, and I quote, "I am the bad guy," so guess where that's going. Cut to him getting bunked with Booth. The two of them have a little bit of cordial talks about how they ended up where they are, at least one of them does. And all the meanwhile, we see that Booth is already working on his way out. So they use the little techniques we see along the way to see how they escape. Booth almost leaves John behind, but they don't do that. All the while, the bishop is making her own moves, doing all this hacking stuff, and yeah. Anyway, so Booth goes over how they're going to steal the second egg, now that they already have the first, and we cut to a party where we see the 3 of them now all together. Rock dancing with Bishop, or John dancing with Bishop. And Das is there as well, also undercover, so all the players are there. However, they manage to get in the room only to get stopped by Bishop, who beats them there somehow. A lot of people beating people in certain locations for the plot to move forward in another case. So she fights them both, and kisses the boss man. So there's a whole thing about that. So they make a deal about the 3rd potential egg and its location, and they manage to get out. Cut to them in an arena, where they manage to escape. With some bad CG, by the way. And we go more into how John's character's dad is also a crook, or some nature of that. Anyway, we cut to Argentina, where the true 3rd egg is located. They argue about having headed in the wrong direction. Turns out that flipping the map upside down was actually the right thing to do, and they end up finding a Nazi secret bunker based off of the stories we see Booth telling John. So they reach inside. They get to the third egg after some kerfuffling down there, hitting the treasure zone. But Bishop also gets to them once again, actually beating them there, I believe, again. And Dous's team is also moving on their way. So we have a fire out, and the three of them are three bad guys that are, that we're following, are trying to escape the DOS and her team of squad units. They drove off of a water cliff, and we see that Booth was concerned about John, tries to save him, but Booth is already there. This is where we learn that Bishop and John are together, kissing and all that stuff, and they're a team, saying that there are two bishops in chess and that he's actually the second one. And so they head out, leaving Ryan Reynolds' character Booth to leave high and dry. Cut to some time later in Serenity, some location 6 months later, and they're both on the yacht, only to see that now Booth is the one who gets to teleport to a location before the team or people get there, just to be like, hey, I made your assets absolutely zero. Let's team up, because if you don't, you're just going to be poor. And they set up for a 3-person heist, as the three of them are put on the Red Notice. And that was, well, Red Notice. Quite a bit of kerfuffling and of going back and forth between, a character is just suddenly here now, and also between, they're setting up some obvious twist and turn as they, John's character in the beginning was a cop, and then all of a sudden he flips and he's like, I'm the bad guy, even though that's what he said in the beginning. So, a lot of floofing around. I would say out of the 3 actors, obviously, I would say The Rock does the most carrying of the movie. Not so surprisingly, as he has the most charisma out of the 3 of them. And that's an absolute blow to absolutely Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, obviously. Ryan Reynolds usually just does his thing where he plays himself. Well, The Rock does too, but The Rock just has more natural charisma than Ryan Reynolds does, let's be honest here. And let's be continuously honest and just say Gal Gadot is there to be eye candy because she's hot, I guess. Because boy oh boy, her acting is not great in this. Let's just say it's very Wonder Woman levels of saying Kaleno. There is a line in here that is very, very close to that level of acting. Yeah, not great. Twists and turns, blah blah blah. There's a little bit of character work. Everyone's dad's an asshole, because, whatever. That's the only character work I think that they get, unless it's like them screwing each other over in the reveal of what's really going on. So, and again, just a lot of like, this person's suddenly here now. I'd probably give this movie like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Like, it's like not great, but I wouldn't say it's like it has too many issues to be below that. To be objectively fair to it. So that's my review of Red Notice. Not anything particularly long, but what it is. So if you ended up enjoying this review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to check out those links in the description. One will head you over to my Discord server, the other to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated. Until next time, everyone, bye-bye!